in for a ball low. Let me set the Brentwood defense for you. Catching is George Hubsmith. Playing at first base is Alan Anderson. On the mound, Duff Dougherty. At second base is Mikey Clark. In right field, Steve Van Klempet. I'll finish the rest of the defensive alignment. Second pitch is in, low for a ball. Okay, closest to you in picture is Bellier, the third baseman, Santa Maria, the shortstop. Okay, the third pitch of the game is in, low for ball 3. Duff Dougherty start off with a 3-ball, no strike count. 3-0 count on the way. Call strike 1. Duff Dougherty came on in relief yesterday in the game against Kings Park. Pitched 3 innings. Faced 10 batters, struck out 9. Swing, small chopper, out, and foul ball. Foul ball, just rolls foul. Ball was hit right off the top of the plate. To finish the defensive alignment for you, in center field out there is Ed Lampe. And in left field today, if I can locate him, is J.R. Lugo. Okay, full count on the first hitter of the game from East Islip. Duff Dougherty rocks into the motion, pitches on the way. High for ball 4. So the first hitter of the game gets a free pass on board at first base. Jim Dougherty rubs up the ball. Runner on at first base. Okay, we're ready. Duff's into the stretch, runner leads, pitch, bunted, right back, foul ball, foul ball. Looks like East Islip is going for 1 run here early in the ball game. Apparently they've heard about Jim Dougherty and his okay, Alan Anderson's coming over to say something to Duffy very quickly. We have 3 umpires working the game today, as we did yesterday. Okay, runner leads off first base. The pitch. Call, strike. He's picked off at first base, and he is out at first. What a dynamite throw by George Hubsmith. The runner had anticipated the bunt. The bunt was missed. Throw down to first base, and Al Anderson slapped the tag on the runner. So Brentwood again starts off here by picking a runner off base. I can't tell you how many times during the season that Brentwood has done that in crucial spots of the ball game too. So 1 man out. Dougherty rocked into the pitch. Outside for a ball. The pitch. Outside low. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but the umpire motioned with his hands is outside about 2 inches. Okay, Duff Dougherty rocks into the delivery. Swung on, high pop fly, hit into left field. J.R. Lugo comes in and makes the catch. Okay, I had my camera angle just a little bit low. I probably missed that action for you, but I'll tell you that J.R. Lugo made the catch. That was an easy pop fly. He called everybody off and made the play easily for the out. So Duff Dougherty working easy here in the first inning after a leadoff walk. The sacrifice attempt failed, and Brentwood picked off the lead runner. So the number 3 hitter for East Islip stands in, big left-hand hitter. Takes, call, strike 1. This is the number 7, who will be doing the pitching today, tall, rangy left-hander, takes low for ball. Dougherty looks in for the 1-1 sign. Pitcher's on the way. Swung and foul back. I talked to Duffy last night and asked him how he felt after yesterday's game. He said, well, it was just a light workout. He'd be ready to go today, no problem. Looks in for the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. Foul ball, foul tip. Just got a piece of it. The hitter was off stride on that delivery and had a very weak swing at the ball. Okay. 2-2 delivery on the way. Outside. See if we can get the ball strike count. No, we can't. Okay. Then Daugherty looks in. He's ready. The pitch is on the way. Swung on. Hit the shortstop. Carmine fields the ball to throw to first base. It's in time for the out. So Brentwood puts down East Islip 1-2-3 at the end of 1/2 inning. East Islip nothing. Brentwood coming to bat. We are ready to start the bottom half of the first inning. Mike Clark steps in. Mike has been the leadoff hitter for Brentwood since the first day of the season. Stands in against the tall left-hander's first pitch on the way. High for ball 1. Mike has an excellent eye for the plate. Hits with power, hits for average, good speed on the bases. The 1-ball, no-strike pitch on the way. Swung on, hit the first base. First baseman bobbles the ball and gets to the bag in time. Mishandled that ball, was able to keep it in front of him and pick it up, and got it to first base in time for the out. Brings up Steve Van Klimpert. Steve is the second hitter in Brentwood's lineup and has been since early in the season. Steve too, possesses good speed. Hits for power and has a good average. On-base percentage of almost 400. Steve steps in against the tall left-hander. Pitch is on the way. Curveball in for strike. That was a slow curveball. East Islip's pitcher, I don't know if you can get a perspective in the picture there. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Called strike 2. Okay, Van Klimpert's in a hole here early in the count. We'll see how he handles the lefty's delivery on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on 3 straight pitches. Looked like he dropped 2 curveballs in there and then hit him with a high fastball. Okay, you can see East Islip has a K corner over on their side. We elected not to put up a K corner. For what reason, I don't know. Carmine Santa Maria swings at the first pitch, misses. This game today is a matchup between 2 real good baseball teams. Pitch is low for ball. Carmine Santa Maria possesses good speed, quick bat, hits for average and power. Fans here today are looking for a low-scoring ball game with 2 fine pitchers going, 1 for each side. Swung on, fouled off to the first base side, out of play. East Islip won their game against Hauppauge yesterday by a score of 18-3. Brentwood won their game against King Park by a score of 9-4. Brentwood's record is 25 wins, no losses. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Carmine Santa Maria. Swung, foul back. This is the first game of the best 2 out of 3 series for the Suffolk County Championship. First game will be played here at Brentwood this afternoon, and everybody will get on a bus and travel to East Islip. The 1-2 pitch on the way, curveball low in the dirt for ball 2. Carmine stands back in. Pitch is on the way. Call strike through. Slow curveball right on the outside corner. I think by the time Brentwood gets through the lineup one more time, they'll start putting the bat on the ball. So at the end of one full inning to play, the score is Brentwood nothing and East Islip nothing. And thrown down to second base. The Brentwood players huddle in the middle of the diamond, getting ready for the start of the second inning. Duffy Daugherty ready to work the right. Duffy works very quickly. Pitch is on the way. High and outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Duff Daugherty works very quickly on the mound. Looks in, gets the sign. Rocks into that easy motion. Pitch is on the way. Call strike 2. The umpiring crew for the playoffs have been excellent. In fact, the umpires throughout the season have been excellent. Pitch is on the way. Swung on, foul back. Jim does a little bit of manicuring on the mound out there. He's ahead in the count to the cleanup hitter for East Islip. Rocks into the easy motion again. Pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. Okay, Brentwood fans are holding up their K card. Okay, so 1 man up, 1 man out here in top of the second inning. Brings up the number 5 hitter for East Islip.
Come on, Jimmy G.
Jim rocks into the motion. The pitch is on the way. Call strike 1. Jim Daugherty's throwing nice and easy out there. There was some concern by the coaches that perhaps he'd thrown too many pitches yesterday. High and outside for ball 1. Coach Obama just moved his outfielders around a little bit. Okay, Daugherty rocks into the delivery. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. The hitter had an idea, but decided not to go. Daugherty's got the sign. Pitch is on the way. Call strike 2. Duff Daugherty throws that low fastball on the outside at the knees, and there's nothing any hitter can do with that. Pitch is on the way. Strike 3. I did not get that on camera, and I apologize. That was a very weak swing by the East Islip hitter. I think you're going to see a lot of that on both sides today. Both sides have got a good pitcher on the mound, and it looks like this is going to be a game that's going to be decided by 1 or 2 runs. Okay, the number 6 hitter, number 22, stands in for East Islip. Jim Daugherty rocks into the delivery. Pitches on the way. Call strike 1. Jim Daugherty works very quickly out there. Has a smooth, even motion. Throws about almost a straight sidearm. That was a fastball that had plenty on it. I think that's probably the hardest pitch he threw the game was outside for ball. Into the delivery, on the way. Swung on, hit deep into center field. Ed Lampy comes up, makes the catch for the out. So Brentwood again goes 1, 2, 3. That ball was the hardest hit ball hit today, but it was a routine fly ball out into center field. Okay, at the end of 1.5 innings, the score remains East Islip nothing and Brentwood nothing. Pete Bellier for the Brentwood Indians, number 4 hitter, stands in. Pete had over 500 this year, and will stand in for the first time against the tall left-hander from East Islip. Left-hander rocks in the delivery, pitches on the way. High for ball 1, outside, big slow curveball. I think that Brentwood's going to start looking for that curveball. That's a big lazy curveball, and I think before the game's over, somebody will park one. Fastball swung on and missed by Pete Bellier. These teams appear to be fairly evenly matched. Brentwood does have the better record. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, curveball, hit right down the third baseline. Third baseman scoops it, makes a throw in time to first base. That was a routine ground ball. Third baseman did take it on a short hop. and made a play to first base in time for out number 1. J.R. Lugo stands in. J.R. was the hero of the game against Patchogue when he had a home run in the bottom half of the 7th inning to win the game for Brentwood. Tall left-hander rocks into the delivery. Swung on, fouled away. J.R. was a little behind that fastball. J.R. stands back in, waiting for the 0-1 delivery. On the way, high, ball 1. Now the curveball appeared to slip out of the young lefty's hand. As you can see, he didn't like that ball very much. The ball that J.R. fouled off had come back into play, and the young lefty signaled that that's the one he wanted. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. The young lefty's motion is very reminiscent of some of the big league left-handers. I think he's probably patterned his movement after some of those. Swung on, foul back by J.R. Evens the count at 2-2. One man down here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on J.R. Lugo. The pitch, high, ball 2. The on-deck hitter is Jim Daugherty. J.R. looks at the 2-2 pitch. It's on the way. Swung on, hit deep into center field. Center fielder eases and makes the catch. That ball was hit well, but was too high to have a chance to fall in. So Brentwood has hit the ball good, as has East Islip.
Come on, Jimmy J.
That brings up Jim Daugherty, the Brentwood pitcher. Jim has hit the ball very well this year. Stands in for the first time against the tall lefty. The pitch is on the way. High for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a call strike. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball hit into left center field for a base hit by Jim Daugherty. It gets by the left fielder. Jim Daugherty comes in and will hold at second base with a stand-up double. Okay, there's the first hit for Brentwood. In fact, the first hit in the ball game. So with 2 men out here, Jim Daugherty starts the Brentwood hit parade off with a line drive double in the left center field alley. Okay, timeout's been called. And Jim Daugherty will be getting his jacket from the coach. Okay, Jim is set. That will bring up Ed Lampy. Ed's the center fielder from Brentwood. Will be hitting right-handed today. Ed is a switch hitter. Ed has a home run this year. Stands in with 2 men out, a runner on second base. Second baseman is holding the runner close, now moves away. The pitch, swung on, foul, straight out. Straight back and out of play. Ed stands back in. Working from the stretch. The pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on right to the second baseman. Makes a play to first base in time for out number 3. Okay, so Brentwood broke through for the first base hit of the ball game. Leaves 1 runner stranded. So at the end of 2 complete innings, the score is tied 0-0. Tradition between innings, Brentwood has gone into their little infield huddle. Jim Daugherty is set for his third inning of work. Jim Daugherty rocks into the delivery, the pitch. Low ball one. That was one of those 55-foot curveballs. Looks like it bounced right down in front of the plate.
Come on, Jimmy.
Let's go, Jim.
Looks in and gets the sign. Pitch is on the way. Swung on, hit the second base, Mike Clark. Mike gloves the ball on to first in time. We're out number one. Ball took a tough hop right as it got to Mike Clark, kind of went down, but Mike stayed with the ball, made the play routinely to first base. So one man up, one man out.
A lot of D out there for you, Jim. A lot of D.
Brings up the number 8 hitter for East Islip, number 28. Jim Daugherty rocks into the delivery pitch. Low for a ball.
Come on, George, give a nice target now.
Jim looks in and gets the sign. The pitch is on the way. Swung on. Line drive. Base hit into center field. That was right by shortstop. Ed Lampe fields the ball and gets it back into second base. So each side has a base hit. With one man down, East Islip has a runner at second base. Maybe you saw that motion by Jim Daugherty. He was motioning that if he gets the ball, he's going to Carmine Santamaria, the shortstop, to start the double play. Runner leads off first base. The pitch is on the way. Swung on. High fly ball into short center field. Ed Lampe's coming hard, makes the catch. Okay, Ed Lampe called that ball all the way. That was a ball that at first looked like it had a chance of falling in. So Brentwood quickly here with 2 outs. When the ball came off the bat, it was going to go over the infield, but looked like it could be trouble for the center field. Ed Lampe, however, he put on a burst of speed and easily got to the ball. Pitch is in for call, strike one. East Islip hitter is the number 9 batter, number 28. Jim Daugherty checks the runner at first base. Pitch is on the way, outside for a ball.
Got him, George. You got him. Go Jim Lowe. Let's go Jim Lowe.
The stretch. Pitch is on the way. Pitch is in for ball 2. Two balls and a strike. 2 men out. Runner on first base.
Let's go, Jim.
Jim Daugherty gets the sign. Throws. Oh, he picked him off. What a move. What an outstanding move. Jim Daugherty has picked off another runner. I'm telling you, this is outstanding. I just can't tell you how many times that I've seen Jim Daugherty do the very same thing. That was a big spot. Had a runner on first base, potential run, and was picked off first base by an excellent move by Jim Daugherty. So at the end of 2.5 innings, the score remains 0-0. The first hitter for Brentwood here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning will be Charlie Rivera. Charlie is the DH today. Will stand against the lefty for the first time today. Charlie hits the ball with power. Good average. Pitch is on the way. Swung on. Hit into right field. Right fielder's coming. It bounces in front of him for a base hit. So the leadoff runner is aboard for Brentwood here in the 3rd inning in the form of Charlie Rivera. Charlie hit that ball as he likes to do into right field. Went with the pitch. Just put the bat on the ball. That'll bring up first baseman Alan Anderson. We'll take a look at the lefty's move to first base. In the foreground, you can see the coach. The stretch, steps off. The pitcher steps off. Okay, Alan Anderson steps into the box. He's ready. The lefty has the sign. He's into the stretch. The pitch. Swung on. Hit the shortstop. Short steps on first for one. Over to second. Oh, for the double play. That was a tailor-made double play ball. Hit about 3 feet from the bag at second base. The shortstop picked it up, went to the bag, and on to first base for the double play unassisted. So just as quickly as it started, Brentwood's threat is snuffed out here.
Mike!
Okay, Mike Clark steps in. Mike's the leadoff hitter.
Let's go, 9.
Grounded out his first time up. The pitch is on the way. Slow curveball outside for a ball. The big lefty rocks into the motion. The pitch is on the way. Low for ball 2. Okay, timeout's been called by Coach Albaum. Coach Albaum has done an outstanding job with this team. Brentwood is 25 wins, no losses to this point in the season. And they're playing for the Suffolk County Championship against East Islip. We're in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. The pitch to Clark, line drive, base hit into right field. Mike Clark continues his hot hitting. Mike Clark has hit that ball hard all season long and continues here in this championship game. That'll bring up Steve Van Klimpert. Steve struck out his first time up.
Get one for me. Thank you. You think what kind of person I am? I will.
Hey, let's go, Steve.
Steve stands in against the big lefty. The stretch, the pitch, swung on, hard ground ball, hit the second, safe at second base. Okay, that ball was hit like a bullet. Steve Van Klimpert hit that ball line drive on one hop to the shortstop. The shortstop played it off his chest, scrambled back to get the ball, and the shortstop appears to might be a little shaken up by that pitch. Okay, the double play is a big play in this ball game.
Really? In the Roy?
Okay, you can see the East Islip coach there checking with his shortstop to see if he's okay. That ball was hit extremely hard. Okay, looks like he's going to be okay. So here we go. Brentwood has runners at first and second base, 2 men out. And the hitter will be Carmine Santa Maria. Carmine's 3rd in the county in RBIs, behind Pete Bellier. So a big spot in the game here with 2 men out. Runners on first and second. Good speed on the bases in the form of Clark and Van Klimpert. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. Looked like a slow curveball. Okay, the runner at first base is not being held now by the East Islip first baseman. The stretch. Pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Okay, Carmine Santa Maria's in a hole now.
Do it!
Carmine is a good 2-strike hitter. Okay, the stretch. Pitch is on the way. High against the backstop. No advance by either runner. That ball hit the backstop and bounced right back to the catcher. No chance of advance from either first or second. That was definitely a waste pitch by the big lefty. I don't believe he meant to waste it up against the backstop, however. Carmine Santa Maria is digging himself a foothold. The stretch by the big lefty. It's on the way. Curveball hit, foul, outside third base. That ball was hit like a shot. In fact, Coach Albaum had all he could do to get out of the way of it. Ball was hit very hard. Carmine a little bit ahead of it. Okay, the big lefty does not like the new balls that are being thrown into the game. He wants the scuffed ball that had been hit foul. One of the spectators has retrieved the ball, very slowly walking it in. So the big lefty's going to have to throw at least one pitch with this ball. Carmine Santa Maria gets set. 1 ball, 2 strike count on the batter. Big lefty has the sign. Look, and on the way. High! Double steal attempt, safe at third base, and Van Klippen goes into second, right behind Mike Clark. That was a well-executed double steal by Brentwood. So now we have a legitimate threat going for Brentwood here. Runners on second and third. Mike Clark at third, Steve Van Klippen at second. Carmine Santa Maria stands in with a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a big spot in the ball game here. A base hit could score 2 runs. Santa Maria digs in. Pitcher's going to work from full windup. Rocks into the motion. The pitcher's on the way. Curveball! Hit into left field, base hit! Van Klippen around third. He'll score easily. Carmine Santa Maria with an RBI single. Drives in 2 big runs for Brentwood. I'll tell you, all year long this team has done it. If it's not one man, it's the other. In here, in the bottom of the 3rd inning, it was Carmine Santa Maria with a single into left field. That was a line drive base hit right over the shortstop position. The shortstop went back, reached as high as he could, but could not haul it in. Pete Bellier stands in, 2 men out. Runner on first base, the former Santa Maria. Santa Maria edges off first. The pitch is high to Bellier. Santa Maria has excellent speed at first base. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike 1. Pitch was a low pitch right at the knees. Pete Bellier didn't like it very much. Okay, 1-1's the count. Runner on first base. Pete Bellier, oh, okay, I'll throw to first base, not in time. That was a very unusual motion by the big lefty going to first base. Caught me by surprise. The stretch, pitches, oh, he's picked off first base. The throw back to second is in time. Okay, that was an excellent move by the lefty. He threw that foot up in the air. Carmine Santa Maria was going, and he had him picked cleanly. So at the end of 3 innings of play, Brentwood has taken a 2-run lead on a RBI single by Carmine Santa Maria. As you can see, we have a pretty good crowd on hand here today. A little shot of the stands here. A good crowd on hand for this playoff game. We'll be right back. We're ready to start the top of the 4th inning. First pitch is on the way. Fly ball hit into center field. Ed Lampe comes up and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 man out. Jim Daugherty has gotten by on a minimum of pitches today. That was the first pitch of the top of the 4th inning. So 1 pitch, 1 man out. Jim Daugherty working free and easy. Rocks into the windup. The pitch is on the way. Call strike 1. Jim Daugherty has the sign. Rocks into the delivery. The pitch. Call ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Okay, George, give me a nice target there, Georgie.
Pitch in for ball 2. 1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike on the hitter. Pitch is on the way. Swung on and fouled off. fouled down the right field line, out of play. Jim Daugherty rubs up the baseball, steps back on the mound.
Okay, Jordan, a nice target from there.
Rocks into the delivery, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Oh, another East Islip. Ball player goes down by way of the strikeout route. 2 men out here. This is the number 3 hitter for East Islip, the pitcher, number 7. Big, tall, rangy fellow, well over 6 foot tall. Coach Albaum waving the right fielder Van Clifford a little bit deeper. Pitches in high for a ball. Jim Daugherty handled this guy very easily in the first inning. Pitches on the way, swung on and missed. Jim Daugherty's ahead with a 1-1 count. Looks back in. Pitches on the way. Swung on, hit, line drive, foul ball down the right field line. Pitcher was the hitter was a little bit ahead of that. Hit the ball good, but hit it foul by a good margin.
Shorten up a little bit, too. Shorten up.
Jim Daugherty now has 1 ball, 2 strike count on the hitter.
Let's go, Jimmy Kid. Let's go, Jim.
Rocks into the delivery. The pitch is on the way. High and outside, ball 2. Jim Daugherty looks at the sign. Rocks into the delivery. Pitch is on the way. Outside, ball 3. I believe we have a full count. Yeah, full count, full count. Okay, Jim Daugherty looks in. Got the sign. Rocks into the delivery. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, foul back off at third base. Pete Bellier comes hard, makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So again, Brentwood puts down East Islip 1, 2, 3. And at the end of 4 1/2 innings, the score is Brentwood 2, East Islip nothing. Pitch of the 4th inning to Pete Bellier was low for a ball. Pete Bellier was left at the plate, swung on a miss, was left at the plate when Carmine Santa Maria was picked off.
Let's go, Brentwood!
So Pete has a fresh count. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. East Islip still has their tall left-hander throwing. Pete Bellier stands in. 1-1 pitch is on the way. Slow curveball hit hard into the hole and through for a base hit. Right. Into left feet. Pete Bellier takes a big turn and holds on at first base. So again, Brentwood starts off the inning with a base hit. In the last inning, they start out with a base hit. The next hitter hit into a bang-bang double play. But Brentwood, with 2 outs, started a rally that ended up with 2 runs scoring. J.R. Lugo stands in.
Go, J.R.
Okay, Coach Alabama's flashing some signs. Okay. For those fans that have been to many, many Brentwood games, they know those signs don't mean anything. Okay, J.R. stands in. The stretch. The pitch is on the way. Swung on and hit hard ground ball past second base. Pete Bellier will hold at second base. That was a line drive right to the right side of the second baseman. The second baseman got his glove on it, but was unable to stop the ball. So Brentwood has a legitimate threat going here. Pete Bellier standing at second base. Over at first base is J.R. Lugo. The hitter is Brentwood's ace, moundsman Jim Daugherty. Jim Daugherty had a line drive single his first time at bat. Everybody is looking for him to do the same thing again. Runners lead at first and second. Pickoff play at second, fake pickoff play. Pitcher turned clear around, went to throw the ball, but did not release it. The runner is being held at first base. The stretch, the pitch is on the way. Bunt attempt, bunted foul, bunted foul. Okay, Coach Albaum walks in, claps his hands twice at Jimmy Daugherty. For those of us that have watched many Brentwood games, that means that the play is on again, so we're looking for Jim to bunt again. The big lefty looks in for the sign. Has the sign. He's into the stretch. Pitch is on the way. Jim Daugherty turns, takes the ball high for a ball. Okay, Coach Albaum flashing another set of signs from Coach Albaum. Okay, Jim Daugherty's got the sign. Stands back in. Big lefty and the stretch. There's a pickoff try at second base. Not in time.
Hey, why she have to the patio? She said, when you call me that, that's
Looks like both pitchers have an excellent pickoff move. This is the second time that the East Islip pitcher has attempted a pickoff at second base.
I know it.
East Islip knows they've got a jam working here. 2 men on, nobody out. Into the stretch position. The pitch to Jim Daugherty is a bunt. Sacrifice bunt. He puts the bunt down. The ball is bunted fair, and the pitcher made a diving attempt to try to get the ball, was unable to get it, and Jim Daugherty successfully sacrificed. That was a big play. If the catcher catches that ball in the air, we've got big trouble. Both runners were going. That could have been one of those triple plays that you see only occasionally. However, the ball did bounce, did hit the ground. The pitcher made an outstanding try for it. He stretched full length trying to catch that ball, was unable to do it. Brings up Ed Lampy with runners on second and third. Nobody, one man out. Ed Lampy stands in. Time has been called by the home plate umpire. I don't know if he called time because Ed requested it or not. The infield is playing in. Okay, the first baseman's in tight. Second baseman, third baseman, and shortstop are all playing in tight on the grass. The pitch is on the way to Ed Lampy. Swung on, hit the third base. Third baseman looks the runner back. The throw goes over to first base in time. And no advance by the runners. No advance by the runners. Okay, so here's the same situation we had in the last inning. Runners on second and third, 2 men out. Mr. Mins just walked by our camera here. We may have to send it out for a checkup.
I'll be available after the inning interview if you'd like.
Charlie Rivera stands in. Charlie had a line drive base hit his first time at bat. The big lefty's into the stretch position. The pitch is on the way. Swung and a miss. Charlie had an idea about putting that curveball into right field. Couldn't make contact with it. The 0-1 pitch, the stretch, on the way. Swung on, hit, line drive, into right field for a base hit. Around third base is J.R. Lugo, and he is in to score. Pete Bellier has scored, and 2 runs are across here in the 4th inning for Brentwood. Charlie Rivera comes through with a 2-out base hit. That's 2 innings in a row with 2 men out. Runners on second and third that the Brentwood hitter has had a base hit. That is a typical story of this Brentwood team all year long. It's not 1 man, it's 2 men, it's 9 men on this team that make this team go. In fact, it's all 15 of the ball players that make this team go. The big lefty has been roughed up here in the last 2 innings. Charlie Rivera stands at first base, 2 men down. Alan Anderson stands in for Brentwood. Alan's the number 9 hitter. Charlie Rivera leads at first base, drawing his attention with a little dust. The pitch swung on a miss by Alan. For a big fellow, the lefty doesn't throw near as hard as you might think. throws a lot of soft breaking stuff. The stretch, the pitch, curve ball, bounces in the dirt. Charlie Rivera's on the way to second, dive. Safe is the call at second base. Charlie Rivera took advantage of that curveball in the dirt, was off as soon as the ball bounced, with a head-first slide into second base, beats the tag. This Brentwood team is playing aggressive baseball today. Coach Albaum flashes him the sign, 2 men out, wants him to know where they're at. That was aggressive base running by Charlie Rivera. Alan Anderson's looking to pick up yet another run. The pitch, low for ball. Charlie Rivera leads at second base. 2 men down. The stretch. The pitch is on the way. High, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Alan Anderson. So Brentwood may not be done scoring yet here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Alan Anderson's way ahead with a 3-ball, 1 strike count. The pitch is on the way. Low, ball 4. So Alan Anderson takes a walk. We now have runners on first and second. Charlie Rivera on second base. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Mike Clark. Mike Clark had a line drive base hit his second time at bat. Mike has hit the ball hard this game again. Mike stands in against the lefty. The stretch. The pitch is on the way. Call, strike 1. Again, that slow curveball. This lefty's got to be about 6'4", 6'5", probably weighs something over 200 pounds, and he's throwing a lollipop curveball in there that Brentwood has been knocking around. For a big guy, you'd think he threw really hard. The pitch, swung and fouled out of play by Mikey Clark. So Mike's in a hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Brentwood is an aggressive ball club. They go up there looking to hit, not to get the free passes. Mike Clark stands in. Will have to be a little bit more defensive now. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Check swing, little pop fly to third base. He takes it for the out. So at the end of 4 complete innings, the score is Brentwood 4, East Islip nothing. There's a shot of Jim Daugherty standing on the mound ready to work the top half of the 5th inning. Jim Daugherty's allowed 1 base hit to East Islip at this point in the game. The pitch swung on a miss. That looked like Jim Daugherty took something off that pitch. The hitter was way ahead of it. Jim looks in again. The pitch is on the way. Swung on and foul back. 2 strike count. Jim's quickly ahead to the leadoff hitter for East Islip here in the inning number 5. Into the stretch, the pitch. Called strike 3. That was an excellent curveball, low and away on the outside corner that the East Islip hitter just could not believe and took it for a 3rd call strike. Jim Daugherty is again turning in an outstanding ball game. East Islip hitter stands in, swings and fouls the first pitch straight back for strike 1. I need somebody to find out when she gets back. And tell her to hurry. Okay, sorry for that interruption, folks. Okay, the 0-1 pitch. Jim Daugherty's got the sign, rocks into the delivery. The pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. Jim Daugherty is working free and easy here in the 5th inning. Stands in, has the sign. The pitch is on the way. Low, ball 1. I've known Jim Daugherty since he was a little leaguer, and it's hard to believe that he went pitches in low, ball 2. It's hard to believe that He's now 6 foot tall, weighs about 190 pounds. Big, strong kid. The pitch on the way. Swung, foul. Just barely got a piece of that pitch.
Come on, Jimmy, let's do it.
We'll have you take a look at the hitter swing on this pitch. I'll tell you when the pitch is coming. And you'll be able to see what kind of a swing they're getting at this offering from Jim Daugherty. The pitch is on the way. Swung on, hit right off the end of the bat. And foul, just barely foul. And that was a good thing for the hitter. It was foul because Alan Anderson was standing right there at the bag and fielded the ball. If that pitch had been fair, he'd have just picked the ball up and stood on the bag for an out. Jim Daugherty looks in, lines up, pitches on the way, swung on, hit into left field. Line drive that J.R. Lugo takes on the one bound. The Islip runner's on the way to second base and makes it standing up. Okay, that's only the second base hit of the game. J.R. Lugo came in quickly on that ball. Looked like he might have a chance at it, but the ball fell in for a base hit. The ball ricocheted off at J.R.'s body, but he did keep it in front of him. However, the ball was in for a base hit, and the Islip runner was able to coast into second base with a double. So 1 man out, runner on second base. Batter number 22 for East Islip stands in. Jim Daugherty working from the stretch. The pitch, called strike one. Runner leads off second base. Jim Daugherty checks him. The pitch to the plate. Swung on. Hit the shortstop. Carmine Santamaria misplays the ball. It's off his shoulder. 1 run is in. It will score. Okay, that's got to be scored an error. That ball was hit right to Carmine Santamaria. The ball possibly took a bad hop on him. But certainly should have been played. It was a playable ball. But that's baseball. So Islip is broken through here in the 5th inning, scoring 1 run. There is 1 man out, runner on first base. Jim Daugherty working from the stretch again. Checks the runner at first base. Pitches in for call, strike one. Runner leads off of first. The pitch, swung on, fouled weakly off third base.
Okay, Jimmy!
Jim Daugherty into the stretch, checks the runner, the pitch, swung on and missed for out number 2. You got it? Okay, 2 men out here in the 5th inning, 1 run in, runner on first base. East Islip has scored 1 run this inning. Batter is manicuring the batter's box. Jim Daugherty standing there watching patiently. Looks in and gets a sign from his catcher, Georgie Hubsmith. The pitch on the way. Swung! Foul! Just barely got a piece of that ball. Georgie Hubsmith has caught Jim Daugherty all year long, and they've worked out to be an excellent battery. George is the valedictorian of the senior class. With a good head on his shoulders. The pitch is on the way. Outside for ball. George has thrown out about 75% of the runners that have tried to steal this year. Tried to steal second base. The pitch on the way. Slow curveball swung on and missed for strike 2. Georgie Hubsmith will have to throw to first base. He's already picked 1 runner off first base today. Jim Daugherty looks in, gets the sign, checks the runner at first base. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So at the end of 5 1/2 innings, Brentwood leads 4-1. Ready to start the bottom half of the 5th inning. The leadoff hitter for Brentwood will be Steve Van Clement, the right fielder. Steve is 1 for 2 today. Has had a base hit and scored a run. Steve is in some conversation with Charlie Rivera. They're probably exchanging hitting secrets. Steve stands in for the 3rd time against the tall lefty from East Islip. Rocks into the slow, easy delivery. The pitch is on the way. Fastball fouled away by Steve. Steve takes a deep breath to settle himself down. Stands in against the big lefty. The pitch is on the way. Fastball low and inside. Takes these young hitters a couple of innings to get the butterflies out. Steve stands in with a count of 1-1. Pitch is on the way. Low inside, ball 2. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Call strike 2. Looks like that pitch caught the inside corner.
Be ready for him, Stevie. Be ready for him.
Okay, the 2-strike pitch. Leaves in a little hole. 2-2 the count. Pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Okay, Van Clement. Brings up Carmine Santa Maria. The coach has got a few words to say to Steve after that at bat. We'll find out after the ball game what that conversation was about. And steps Carmine Santa Maria. Carmine Santa Maria had a 2-run single back in the 4th inning. Stands in with nobody on, 1 man down. The pitch is on the way. Low for ball.
Good eye, Carmine. Be tough up there now. Be tough.
Carmine stands in with the 1-0 count. Low, ball 2.
Gotta be you, Steve. Gotta be you.
It's yours, it's yours.
Umpire dusts off the plate. Carmine checks the coach for a sign. The coach says hit the ball. Carmine's ready for the 2-0 count. Swung on, hit hard, deep in the hole to third base. The long throw is offline. Carmine Santa Maria legged it out. That was a base hit. I don't believe he would have got him with a perfect throw. We're going to give Carmine a base hit on that. So with 1 man out, Brentwood is back in business again. They have done it again. Carmine Santa Maria on first base, Coach Cadera talking to him. Pete Bellier, the number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter in Brentwood's lineup, stands in with 1 man out here in the 5th inning. Big lefty, I think, is a little confused. I don't think he's been hit this hard all year long, but he's never faced a team like Brentwood all year long. Checks the runner, Carmine Santa Maria. The pitch is in for a call strike to Pete Bellier. Pete twists the handle of the bat. Stands back in. The stretch. The throw to first base, not in time. Santa Maria is one of the more experienced base runners on the Brentwood team. Possesses excellent speed. Takes his lead off at first. Check. The pitch. Swung on. High fly ball. Hit into center field. The center fielder comes up, makes the catch. Carmine Santa Maria was playing it halfway, gets back to first base. Okay, Brentwood's making good contact on the tall lefty. He's not fooling too many of them. That brings J.R. Lugo to the plate. J.R. has hit the ball, has a base hit today. Line drive into left field.
Go, JR, little hit, JR, little hit.
Carmine Santa Maria on first. The stretch, the pitch on the way. Call, strike one. That was that curveball that the lefties likes to throw. He's thrown a lot of those curveballs today. You'd think for a fellow 6'5", he'd rely on his fastball, but he does not. The pitch, high, and gets away from the catcher, but no advance. Very short backstop here at Brentwood. J.R. Lugo checks Coach Albaum for the signs. The coach is going through a series of signs that we know from having watched many of the games means nothing. The runner leads off first base. The pitch, swung on, hit down to third base. Third base takes it on a big hop, off his chest, picks it up, and cannot make a play to first base. So Carmine Santa Maria is on at first base. That's going to be credited with an error on the third baseman. He should have made that play, but the ball hopped off his chest. He did keep the ball in front of him. So Brentwood has started another rally. Runners on first and second with 2 men out. All of Brentwood's runs have been scored with 2 men out. Jim Daugherty stands in. Jim stands to be the winning pitcher this game if Brentwood can hold the lead. The pitch, swung on, curveball hit into the hole at shortstop. Shortstop makes a long throw and in time for the third out. So that's the first time all day that East Islip has been able to shut Brentwood down with 2 outs. So at the end of 5, complete, scores Brentwood 4, East Islip 1. Okay, first pitch here in the top of the 6th inning was in for a ball. Next pitch is on the way, called, strike 1. Jim Daugherty is on the mound, still working free and easy. Number 8 hitter for East Islip stands in. Jim Daugherty rocks into the delivery. The pitch, outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Jim rocks into the motion. The pitch is on the way. Swung and just barely got a piece of it for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jim gets the ball, rubs it twice, stands in, gets the sign from Georgie Hubsmith, rocks into the delivery, the pitch, outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jim rocks into the delivery, the pitch is on the way, swung and just barely fouled by the hitter, number 20. And the count holds at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See it all the way out there. See it all the way. Get dirty out there.
Come on now, little noise out there, fellas.
The windup, the pitch is on the way. Outside, just barely outside. That was a fastball by Jim Daugherty that had some mustard on it, but just missed the strike zone. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit the second base, line drive to second base, taken by Mike Clark for out number 1. Second baseman Clark had him played perfectly. So 1 man up, 1 man out here. Jim Daugherty adjusts his hat, stands on the rubber, gets a sign, the pitch is on the way. Swung on, fly ball into left field. J.R. Lugo's got it lined up and takes it for out number 2. So Brentwood is rolling along here with 2 men out. This is the leadoff hitter, number 6. Slight, small-built little fellow, short. Probably possesses pretty good speed for a leadoff hitter. The pitch is on the way. Call, strike 1. East Islip hitters seem to be looking at a lot of pitches, and a lot of them are in for called strikes. Jim Daugherty rocks into the delivery. The pitch, call, strike 2. Jim Daugherty's strength all year long has been his control. Jim has walked very few players. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed for Jim Daugherty's 7th strikeout. Jim Daugherty is mowing them down today in the first game of the best 2 out of 3 for the Suffolk County Championship. We'll be right back after this timeout. Here we are in the top half of the 7th inning, the last inning of play. Check at the bottom of the 6th. Ed Lampy stands in and takes a first pitch curveball for call, strike 1. Ed Lampy hitting from the right side against the lefty today. Swung on and missed. Ed was way ahead of that. That again was that slow curveball that the big lefty throws. And Ed was ahead of the pitch. Ed's in a hole, will have to be a defensive hitter. You can see him move up on the plate a little bit. The pitch is on the way. Curveball again inside for ball 1.
Oh, yeah.
Ed Lampy with the 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball. Did he check it? They said no, it was a swing, and they throw the ball to first base in time for the out. So 1 man up and 1 out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Brentwood leading 4-1. And Charlie Rivera stands in. Charlie had a big base hit to drive in 2 of Brentwood's 4 runs. Charlie stands in with 1 man out, nobody on. Taps the plate. The pitch on the way. High for ball 1. You can see Charlie's characteristic wiggle. The pitch. Call, strike 1. Charlie watched that one all the way. Charlie stands in with a 1-1 pitch. High, ball 2. Brentwood hitters are not awed by the tall left-hander from East Islip. They've hit him hard today. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Curveball swung on, foul back. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit, line drive, base hit into left field. Charlie Rivera comes through again. Takes a big turn at first base and comes back with Brentwood another base hit. Puts runner on first base with 1 man down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Brings up Alan Anderson. Alan playing first base today. Alan plays first base and pitches for Brentwood.
Come on now, little base hit, Al.
Alan checks the sign from the coach. Stands in with that characteristic wide stance. Bats from a crouch. Checks the runner at first, the pitch. Call, strike 1. Alan was backing off from that pitch. Charlie Rivera's the runner at first base. Takes his lead. The lefty checks him. Throw to first base. Not in time. Coach Albaum pacing back and forth there in the foreground. A snap throw to first base, not in time. A lot of these young fellows have watched TV and they've picked up a lot of the moves that the big leaguers have. The throw on the way to the plate. Hit high and off first base and foul ground. The first baseman takes it for the out. That ball almost ate him up. It got up there and a slight wind is blowing and he had to dance around under it, but did glove it for the out. So 2 men out here in the bottom half of the 6th. We'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Mike Clark. Mike Clark is 2 for 3 today. Has hit the ball hard. On deck is Steve Van Klempert. Steve has also hit the ball hard today. Mike Clark stands in. Mike possesses power to all fields. The stretch, checks the runner at first. The pitch is on the way to the plate. Swung on and missed. The runner's on his way to second base. The throw is offline into center field. Charlie Rivera is up and will come into third base without a throw. Okay, so Charlie Rivera running on the first pitch to Mike Clark. Ends up at third base on the throw that got away from the second baseman into center field. So that puts a completely new complexion on it here. Mike Clark's, instead of having a runner on first base, now has a runner on third base with a chance for yet another run for Brentwood.
Come on, Mike. Let's do it again.
Mike holds his hand up for time. Stands in. The lefty looks in, has a sign. Into the stretch. The pitch is on the way. Swung on. Hit the third base. It took a tough off. The third baseman gloved it. The long throw. It's not in time. Not in time. Mike Clark. I call him Mike Schmidt. Mike Clark has an infield base hit and drives in the 5th run for Brentwood. Brentwood is a very opportunistic ball club. You make a mistake and bam, they'll take advantage of it. They've done that all year long and they're doing it again here today. Okay, Van Klimpert stands in, steps back out. The coach is flashing a number of signs. Van Klimpert stands back in. Mike Clark at first base, edges off the bag. The pitch is on the way. Low, gets away from the catcher. No advance. No advance by Mike Clark. The catcher snapped that throw back to the pitcher. It looked like he was just slightly agitated that pitch was in the dirt about a foot from the plate. Van Klimpert stands in. It counts 1 ball, no strikes. Lefty has a sign. He's into the stretch. The pitch is on the way. Swung on, hit, line drive into left field. It's past the left field. Mike Clark is being waved around at third base. There might be there was going to be a play at the plate, but the cutoff man dropped the ball. Steve Van Klimpert cruises into second base with an RBI double. So Brentwood has, with 2 outs, added 2 more runs. All of Brentwood runs have been scored with 2 men out, and on the second base is Steve Van Klimpert with yet another run batted in for Brentwood. Brentwood has added 2 big runs here in the 6th inning. I think the tall left-hander wonders what in the heck he's run across. This brings up Carmine Santa Maria. Carmine has accounted for 2 runs driven in today. Van Klimpert leads off with good speed at second base. Santa Maria stands in. The pitch is on the way. Low for ball. Santa Maria stands in with a 1 ball, no strike count. The pitch is on the way. Call strike 1. A snap throw to second base. Not in time. Van Klimpert had a fairly short lead off of second base. Was a little slow getting back, and the catcher threw it down there in an attempt to get him. Big lefty looks in. Has the sign. Pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed by Carmine Santa Maria. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carmine Santa Maria stands in. 1 ball, 2 strike count. 2 men out. Runner on second base. The pitch. Swung. Foul back. Carmine had a defensive swing at that. As we speak, a few light drops of rain are starting to fall here at Brentwood. The sky has been overcast since the start of the game, but we've not had any rain. You can see the umbrella starting to pop out.
Not for you, my camera.
Okay, I've just been informed that the umbrella's popped out for the camera. Okay, 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. On the way to Santa Maria. High, ball 2. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on second base.
Go, Brentwood!
Lefty looks in, has the sign, into the stretch. The pitch is on the way. Curveball low in the dirt. Van Klippen's on his way to third base. In safely. Okay, the throw almost got away from the third baseman. Almost got away from the third baseman, but he made a high jump and was able to glove it. So Van Klippen is in at third base. It's easier to score from third base than it is from second. Big lefty looks in. Steps on the rubber. He has the sign. Into the stretch. Santa Maria's ready. The pitch is on the way. Low, ball 4. Santa Maria's on at second base. Check it. Santa Maria's on at first base. Van Klippen's on at third. 2 men out. Brings up Pete Bellier, the cleanup hitter for Brentwood. Pete has also hit the ball hard today. The big lefty has his sign. Steps off. Steps off. Umpire stepped out, dusted off the plate. Big lefty has the sign. Bellier stands in. The pitcher steps off. Pete Bellier steps out, takes a couple of swings, lifts himself up, stands back in. Stretch. The pitch is on the way. Swung on. Hard ball. Hit to third base. Third baseman plays in front of him. On to first base in time for the out. So at the end of 6 full innings of play, it's Brentwood.
7.
We're going to check the score. We know Brentwood scored, but apparently the fans and the announcer don't have the correct score. We'll get it and bring it to you right after this time. Here we are for the top of the 7th inning.
Go, Brentwood!
The correct score is Brentwood 6, East Islip 1. East Islip has 3 outs left in this ball game. The first game of the best 2 out of 3 for the Suffolk County Championship. This is the pitcher, the big lefty, number 3 hitter in the lineup. The pitch in for call strike 1. Jim Daugherty still on the mound for Brentwood, throwing free and easy. Jim has the sign, rocks to the delivery. The pitch. Call strike 2. Jim Daugherty is one of the young fellows that believes in throwing strikes. Here's my best stuff, he says. If you can hit it, go ahead. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Outside for ball 1. That was a waste pitch.
Come on, George, give him a nice talking now.
The big lefty stands in. The pitch is on the way. Call strike 3. Brentwood puts down the first batter in the last inning of the ball game, inning number 7. Jim Daugherty has recorded his 8th strikeout. Jim Daugherty has allowed East Islip only 2 base hits, has struck out 8 Islip batters, and looks like he's on his way to his 11th win of the season. Jim Daugherty remarkably has not given up an earned run in the entire season, and that includes these playoffs. Jim stands on the mound, rocks into the delivery, pitches foul, straight back, and out of play. So the first pitch amounts to a foul, strike, call 1. Call, strike, foul. Foul, strike. It was a strike. Jim Daugherty's putting his hat back on. He went in to help Georgie Hubsmith locate that foul fly, but it was back of the backstop, and there was no play on it. Jim settles the cap back on his head, shrugs his shoulders, looks in for the sign, into the delivery. Swung on, weak ground ball to shortstop, gloved by Santa Maria. The throw to first base is in time for out number 2. For out number 2 in the last inning. 2 men down, Brentwood leading 6-1 in the top half of the 7th inning. You can see the East Islip coach been over at third base, imploring his ball players to get something started. But I'm afraid they've met somebody that they've never faced before in this season, and that is one Jim Daugherty. The pitch. Outside and low for a ball. Jim Daugherty is one of those rare young fellas that comes along only rarely. Jim looks in at the 1 ball, no strike count. Pitch is on the way. Swung on. Foul out of play over in towards the spectators.
Nice try, dude. Nice hustle.
That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's kind of a shot of the fans there, and they are loving it here today.
Let's do it.
The fans are loving this game, every minute of it. Jim Daugherty looks in at the 1 ball, 1 strike count. The pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. 4 strike 2. Get the. Jim Daugherty, the fans are clapping for a strikeout. The pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. That's the ball game. Brentwood has taken the first game of this best 2 out of 3 series by a score of 6-1. Jim Daugherty struck out 10 Islip hitters, allowed 2 base hits, and 1 unearned run. Jim Daugherty has done it again for Brentwood. Timely hitting and good pitching have put this game in the bag. The second game of this series will be played this afternoon at the East Islip Field. There will be probably about an hour and a half break between games. It's now 20 minutes to 4 in the afternoon. Second game will probably get underway in about a half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So that's a wrap on this game. Brentwood wins it by a score of 6-1. As you can see, the fans are happy and leaving the ball field, getting on in their cars and on their way to East Islip. Well, we're out of time now, so we hope you...
June 1st.